I'm Shannon Bailey, Head of Trade Sales for Merlin Entertainments Group. We own and operate a number of key attractions throughout Australia and globally, and today I'm here to talk about our key attractions in Sydney, including Sea Life Sydney Aquarium, Wildlife Sydney Zoo, Madame Tussauds Sydney and Sydney Tower Eye. China market has always been a key focus for Merlin Entertainments Group, but over the last 5 to 10 years, with the rapid growth that we are seeing from China, we have increased our focus, predominantly at the Sydney Tower Eye, where China is our #1 trade market at all our attractions. Merlin Entertainments Group have initiated a number of key new focuses for the China market, including a new resource based in Shanghai, a business development manager, and he's located there on the ground, servicing our key wholesalers, retailers, and meeting with the key airlines as well as the key distribution partners in Shanghai and throughout all the major tier cities in China. We've also increased our trade collateral with the introduction of a new trade material booklet, as well as DL brochures for all our Sydney attractions, a key Chinese trade map, and as well as our on-site signage throughout all the attractions, including the Sydney Tower Eye, where we have a touchscreen, interactive touchscreen for the China trade, and we have express tour guide lanes. We do increase the signage during the peak times, during Chinese New Year and Golden Week and the key holiday periods. Online has also been an area where we've increased. We've got a new Chinese website for all our attractions, and social media has also been another area. With the introduction of our business development manager, he only solely works for Merlin Entertainments Group, which means he can't represent any other products. So this has been a key focus. We also have a new graduate who is based here in Sydney, and his focus is purely on public relations and online for the China market. And we have a trade account manager based here in Sydney who solely looks after China. So we have increased our resources. We also have increased the number of times that we do visit the market. We now go to market at least 4 to 5 times a year, as well as having someone on the ground, attending the trade shows, as well as doing our own individual trade sales calls. China is quite a different market compared to our other core markets. It is quicker to turn on because they don't do the Western brochures, so to speak, and they just do the flyers. We find with the itineraries, they are quicker to turn around, so we do see the results much quicker. We work with the ITOs on the ground here, as well as the wholesalers in market, but we do find going to market, having those face-to-face sales calls, we do see the conversion of bookings virtually straight away after we come back from market. So it's a very quick market to turn on. Of course, price, I'm not going to lie. The dynamic price structure, so it is quite aggressive. So my advice would be definitely to be flexible when it comes to your pricing. The key other changes compared to other markets is the relationship. Although the relationship is important for all markets, China would be the #1 market where it's just relationship. And even when you're speaking to them, sometimes you don't even need to talk about business. It's whether they are your friend, that's whether or not they would deal with you. Other core changes, it is a time-consuming market, but the results do happen quicker. My advice would be consistency. Okay, you can't just go to market once and expect to see the results. You need to work the market and keep in touch with them. It's not rocket science. Communication, and not just by email. As you know, social media is very big, so keeping in touch with them through all social media channels and going to market would be my key advice. Being flexible, being aggressive, and following through with what you say you're going to do. It's a lot more dynamic. The actual distribution channel is different compared to especially the Western markets. This is how it's different to other core markets. The pricing strategy is definitely different, and it's more aggressive in terms of sometimes just doing a value add will be the reason you win the business. So for example, here at Wildlife Sydney Zoo, I'm not going to give away all my secrets, but maybe giving a free koala photo could be the winner to winning a group. Working in the China market is completely different to working in the other markets. We're lucky here at all our attractions because we don't just focus on one market. So we do have experience in the Western markets, domestic as well as Eastern. But China is definitely more dynamic. It's moving at a faster rate. The results are turned on much quicker. It's more time consuming than other markets. However, the rewards are there. The dynamic pricing, so it is a lot more flexible, competitive, and sometimes you need to do value adds just to win the business. And it is more relationship driven, more so than other markets. They need to become your friend before they do business with you. Other initiatives that we have implemented next year, for an example, Madame Tussauds, our key focus is going to be driving our Eastern inbound market, in particular China. So we are introducing a number of new wax figures, including Andy Lau and a few others, which I can't tell you. So it is a key focus, and we do have a lot more resources in line with 2013, where we are forecasting growth, especially from China, and we are implementing those resources to make sure that we are capturing that growth. We have a number of, especially for Chinese New Year, we have a number of Chinese speaking staff at all our attractions, as well as signage, collateral, express tour guide lanes, online as well, and then in market, on the ground. So just being active, but it is our #1 trade market, so it's where all our focus is. But saying that, we're not forgetting about our other markets, but at the moment China is definitely our key focus.